Hey, this is Danny Roadkill Thompson. I had a request for a lesson for my acoustic version of Midnight Blues, which is a Detroit Cobras song. So I'm going to do two things. I'm going to show you the basic riffs that are in it. Then I'm going to show you a simplified way to play it, and then I'll show you the way that I play it on my video. It's pretty simple. The chords are E minor. These are the open chords: E minor, C, G, and D. And then right after the bridge, there's a little B. That's a B7 open technically. So if you're doing it open chords, I'm just going to show you the simple strumming pattern. I'm doing a little pull off on the E string, on the G note, on the 3rd fret. And I'm kind of doing a backward, back and forth with my hand. So you're kind of hearing that B note that's in the E minor, where you're playing an E minor already. So you got so the simplified version, open chords. Midnight, why are you doing me wrong? C, back to E minor, keeping me up all night long. G, every time. E minor, I feel a little bit free. C, I hear those blues. G, midnight blues. D, convinced they're calling me. So there's that, and then the verse just goes back from G, the chorus, the bridge part, goes from G to E minor. So it's that, I just can't help but feel a little bit shame every time I hear you call my name. Then you go C to D. I'm blaming you for all the bad things I've done. Back to C. I still admit that every once in a while it was fun. Then here's that B7. Oh, every night. It goes back into that last verse. So, and then the very end of the song, after you hear that, I hear those blues. I hear those blues. Midnight blues. So this is right before the very end, and it's a break. G, midnight blues, they keep on calling me. E minor. G, midnight blues, they keep on calling me. So that's the simplified version. I'm going to go ahead and show you the riffs now that I do in the more complete version. So in the E, you've got that. So what I'm doing is I'm just banging out on an E minor. So it's boom, boom, and then pulling off on that 3rd fret on the E string, and then playing an open A, and then playing the first note on the A string, which would be an A sharp, which is so you got, so it's back to the A. So you got. So you can call that a B flat if you want. I don't want to get into a bunch of theory. So you just got E minor, 3rd fret, G, open A sharp, to that open A, back to the G, back to the open A. So very slow. And then if you can let that ring, it sounds cool. So that's the main riff that repeats through. So then what we got? Oh, okay, now we've got the little riffs that are within the song. So you got midnight, why are you doing me wrong? So I'm using all downstrokes. So when you go to that C, it's... Now keep in mind, on the original record, the guy's just doing... It's kind of hard to do that and make it sound good when you're playing by yourself on acoustic. So even though the note's really wrong, I do... So you get that little dissonant thing, but in the key to the moment, it sounds good. Midnight, why are you doing me wrong? Keeping me up. And then the G, it goes all night long. So I'm playing a regular G, bar chord G. Let me go back to the C real quick. So you know how to play a barred C on the 3rd fret. I'm just lifting up on the G and the D string. So here's what my finger's doing. And then my right hand is going. And that's pretty much the same technique I'm using when I go to the G. So on the G, when it goes... Well, you know how you play a full barred G like that. I'm just lifting up my pinky, setting it back down to get that. And I'm doing the same thing. So the finger you're lifting up is your pinky on that, which is your D string, which would be a G note. So you're going... So anytime you hear that riff, that's exactly what I'm doing. So every time that comes up in the song, it's those kind of riffs. So I'm going to play a little bit through using the bar chord method and show you what it's like. Midnight, why are you doing me wrong? Keeping me up all night long. Every time I feel a little bit free, I hear those blues, those midnight blues, that keep on calling me. So right at the end of that chorus, I started using all downstrokes. You hear those blues, convinced they're calling me. So your picking style is completely up to you. It's not wrong to go, I hear those blues, midnight blues. That works too. I just like the sound of midnight. So it's your preference on that. So the only thing left to cover is the bridge, which has that little... It's the same riff we do in those verses. It's just staggered. I just can't help but feel a little bit ashamed. And it plays the riff. Every time I hear you call my name. See, I'm blaming you for all the bad things I've done. Still I will admit that every once in a while it was fun being anyway. Every night. So on that, so that's a quick B right as it comes out of that verse into the next chorus. So, or out of the bridge into the next verse. So if the timing's a little weird, it's not weird, but if you're not used to doing it, it can feel odd. Just remember, it's like, still I will admit that every once in a while it was fun. Oh, every night, keep me running around. Made up my mind, I'm gonna settle down. Every time I feel a little bit free, I hear those blues, midnight blues. This one breaks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Midnight blues, they keep on calling me. Midnight blues, they keep on calling me. And I like to end it with that. So that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.